Hi folks, Matt here from Rent a Camper. This is the exterior demonstration of our 4-berth rollerteam Zefiro 685. Shows you how everything works. Starting off at the front. First off we have fresh water filler. So on a motorhome there is an onboard water tank. This is about 90 litres. Take the cap off, put your hose pipe in or the watering can, and you can fill up the fresh water. And then shut the flap when you've done. Once it's full, it just overflows. Nothing technical about it at all. Next up, gas locker. You'll find when you collect the motorhome, there'll be 2 gas bottles in. More than likely one will be full and one will be half full, quarter full as a spare. What we ask customers to do, if you use a full gas bottle way out, please replace this either at your campsite or petrol stations. You can normally find them. Little valve, so all you do is close it off while you're driving. Do not drive with the gas on. Open that valve up when you get to your campsite or wherever you are, and you should have gas into the van. If you need to swap the bottles, that there is hand tight left hand thread. So you have to do opposite to normal to unscrew it and tighten it up. Take that off, screw it onto the back one. As I say, replace the bottle for me if it's empty. And that's all you have to do. Next up, electrical cup supply. Currently plugged in. There's a little lever under there. You just push that down to release the plug. Your electrical cup cable is in the van. Male and female. There's only one side fits the camper van, other side fits your campsite. So that supplies your 240 volt into your van once you're hooked up. Moving on to the garage area. A large garage on this motorhome. What we like in there. This is how you will get the motorhome. So you've got your electrical lead, a hose pipe, levelling ramps in that bag. The extra cushion and the ladder is for making up the extra large double bed at the rear of the motorhome, which I'll demonstrate in another video. Some storage in there. 240 volt plug socket, that'll work if you're plugged into electrical cup. And another thing in the garage area is that valve there. So that's called a frost protection valve. What it does, if it goes really cold outside, it releases itself and drains the boiler. So in the winter time, unless the motorhome's kept warm inside, you may find that will release all the water out the boiler. So if you hear at any point water coming from under the van, under the rear of the van at this side, it's more than likely this valve that's popped open. And all you have to do to reset it is twist the blue button at the top into that section, press the blue button in at the bottom. Once the blue button stops in, that means that the water will stop into the tank. That's only in winter months, doesn't often happen, just in case it's cold. Garage door locks. I've had to replace a couple of locks on this, so you'll find on the keys there's 2 keys for the exterior. One is a flat key, one's a normal key. So on this side it's a normal key, and all you do is undo the lock and it twists to undo. And once you lock it, you need to have the lock in the locked position. Push that shut, and that's the garage door locked. Let's say that one's still open, look. That one's shut and locked. To the rear of the motorhome, we've got a bike rack. If you do wish to use this, I'll demonstrate that when you come and collect the motorhome. You don't really need to use it, as there is plenty of room in the garage. And then we also have a reversing camera on the back, which comes on when your motorhome's in reverse. Moving on to the near side of the van, so you can gain into the garage again from this side. The two locks on this side has the separate key, so there's just one key that works the locks on this side. Works exactly the same as the other side, just with a different key. This motorhome has a horn fitted. I'll either take this off or it'll be cable tied shut. We don't let customers use the awnings, unfortunately. Our public liability don't like it. Toilet cassette. Now then, job nobody wants to do, even though we all have to do it. This is a cassette where all the waste goes into when you use the toilet. I'll demonstrate how the toilet works on the inside when I do the other video. This is easy to do. It's all just a cassette, so all you do, see that blue lever at the bottom, you lift that up and the cassette pulls out. So you have a cassette. This arm here swings out. Take the blue cap off, just unscrew it, and empty the toilet at your campsite at the Elsing point. Once it's empty, you can just pull that, open that up, and just give it a swirl round with the hose pipe that'll be there supplied for you at the campsite. Shut that, close that, cassette empty. It literally just pushes back in the hole. Now, this is a bit of a trap under here, so on the toilet, when I show you the interior, I'll be telling you to shut the grey flap on the toilet. If you leave the toilet open inside, you might find that could fill up with something that's in the toilet. So it's essential that you sort of shut the flap. Please ensure this area is clean before you bring the motorhome back. Push that back in for you. There you go. Please do not empty this anywhere else apart from a campsite at the Elsing point. Do not empty it at public toilets or anything like that. Habitation door. With a flat key on the key ring, this locks this door, and all you do to get in, you pull it like that. If you want to lock from the inside, push that up, that locks the door handle, and all you do is shut it. As I say, if you need to lock it, it's not on the central lock-in, use the key and lock that. Diesel is in the top. So there's no cap, you just put the nozzle in, fill it with diesel. The blue one at the bottom, that's for AdBlue. Now you're more than likely to find that this is full. I normally top it up to go out, so saves the customers having to do it. If you do have to do it while you're out, if you've done quite a few miles, you just unscrew the cap, buy some AdBlue from your petrol station and fill it up for me, please. And you have to open the passenger door to open the flaps to get in there. Just remember not to put diesel in the AdBlue or AdBlue in the diesel. Diesel is the top one, AdBlue is the bottom one. You'll notice I've fitted a silver screen to this motorhome for external use. This will be in a bag located in the garage. Throughout the winter months, so from end of September up till April, middle of April, please ensure you use this silver screen instead of the internal blinds. Not only does it keep the motorhome warmer, it also stops condensation. So if you've got the heating on and obviously it's cold outside, warm inside, the front screen normally gets covered in condensation. This can affect the van electrics if water goes down behind the dash. So we always supply a silver screen for the winter months. Everything is to fit. There's just two corners that go over both of the doors, and a clip at the bottom that just clips around the door. That's at the bottom of there. Two Velcro straps, and then it just goes around the mirror. So again, this is quite important throughout the winter months, night time, or if you're leaving the motorhome set up, please ensure you use the external silver screen. It'll create a warmer van inside and less condensation, less chance of any hassle. Last thing on the external side of the van, this is just under the gas locker, and this is your waste water. So all your water that goes through your sinks, in your shower, nothing to do with toilet, goes into a tank under the van, and this is how you empty it. So same again, this is emptied at a campsite. You see the black lever? All you do is pull that, and then your wastewater comes out of there. You're looking for the grey waste emptying point at a campsite. The owners will tell you where it is. It's essential you do this at a campsite. Please do not do it at the side of the road or empty it while you're driving, because it can be soapy water that's coming out, make the road slippy. Some campsites may tell you to empty on the grass pitch if you're parked on one, but always ask for advice before you do this.